in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Following the interception, Young dancing to his left. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The first carry for the Hall of Famer, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. That's 2 really good stops in a row, back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game at least. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Aaron Donald able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
190. On.
They will indeed go for it. Vick steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's Vick following the interception, escaping the pressure right. Room past the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the 1st quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now, because what you're hearing is Can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He can run for it, and he will. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lane. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On the counter, it's Tomlinson. And shedding through the tackle. Pushing tacklers aside. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Hey, let's go! Everyone's got 4 down. Right 20.
On the handoff, Tomlinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
There's so many things that can ruin a game for an offensive lineman, but defensive tackles at the line of scrimmage, at the point of attack, who can make you miss and get upfield and make plays like we just saw there for big loss of yardage, those are the guys that ruin games for you because they're not just lining up and able in your